We have a near standstill between those turns there. Neither jammer are able to get up much foot speed and work their way around those slow-moving walls.
Cover, cover. Who's got the cover? Zoe Destroyer knocking down Psychotic Angel as the jam comes to an end. 5 more points there on that pass. 24-point jam, almost doubling Emerald City's score, 54-13. 19 and a half minutes to go in the first period.
31 of Reservoir Doll's points so far have been scored by that last jammer, Psychotic Angel. Definitely one to watch as the season moves on.
Official timeout called. S1 helmets, protect your head. It's important. Four-three pack advantage. A-listers. Psycho 664, first time wearing the star for them. Up against number 11, Bashful Babe, I believe another first-time jammer.
Both feeling fresh and ready to fight for the front, and it is going to be Psycho out as lead jammer.
But that baby done been eaten, finally escapes the pack. Bashful Babe is out in front, not lead jammer. Angel City not gonna risk it. Calls off the jam, nobody scored nothing.
Helen Killer wearing the star for the A-listers.
Against 18 Rose Hips for Emerald City. Angel City 4-3 pack advantage.
Psycho back at blocking challenge, giving Rose Hips the real what for.
Rainmaker hit there by 76. Mally Boomer, but that doesn't stop Helen Killer from getting through, picking up lead jammer.
Helen Killer all the way around that pack real fast in a position to start making some dent on that score, while Rose Hips is unable to emerge into turn one.
That bracing three wall in the back, just putting a shellacking on the Emerald City jammer. Helen Killer got knocked to the outside, recycling back around to the top apex.
It's deja vu in the front and the back.
Rose Hips gets through the bottom apex. That is the Reservoir Doll's initial pass, and she's going to be the only jammer on the track as Helen Killer called for a track cut.
Great job by the A-listers shutting down that inside line. Rose Hips ping-ponging from one A-lister to the next. Reservoir Dolls keeping a keen eye on the damage the jammer is facing up front, not looking to compromise their positional integrity as Helen Killer returns to the track.
Defense, defense, defense there just killed that power jam. And that's 2 minutes, 5 points for Angel City, and I believe that was 4 points for the Reservoir Dolls.
That was like a textbook power jam kill.
Zero 3 Dizzy Izzy is the A-lister jammer. She is going up against 00 Death Wish.
Dizzy Izzy, hot off the line, and out is lead jammer A-listers. Charging through like a hungry bull, grand slam, Dizzy Izzy.
Death Wish pinballs off that front wall of Angel City, making the initial pass. Now there is Dizzy Izzy in scoring position, calling off the jam. 3 points, Angel City. 1 point at the very end of that before the fourth whistle blew for the Reservoir Dolls. 60-26 in favor of Emerald City halfway through the first period. Tasmanian Devil jamming for Angel City against Psychotic Angel for the Reservoir Dolls.
Psychotic Angel, the top scorer so far today for the Reservoir Dolls. Tasmanian Devil wearing the star for the first time today for the A-listers. Making it worthwhile, lead jammer, Tasmanian Devil.
With a little juke and a jive, Psychotic Angel escapes the pack.
We're seeing a real trim pack right now, especially at hand of the Reservoir Dolls. Only one blocker on the track at the moment.
Tasmanian Angel got past one blocker, scored 4 points for doing so. That brings it up to 60-30, still in favor of Emerald City.
Just a quick chit chat.
Move faster, number 88's jamming for the Reservoir Dolls.
And it's Gravy picking the inside path. Out for lead jammer, Angel City.
Move faster got hit out of bounds by Lil Regs. There's a long way back to go to re-enter the track. Now Gravy is on a scoring pass. Barely holding on to the outside line. I thought she got clobbered, was going to be sent into the beer garden.
That restart for Mufasa was a great launch, coming around the turns. But this time with feeling.
4 more points for the A-listers, chipping away at Reservoir Dolls' lead.
And that was the biggest jam so far for the Angel City A-listers. Any Gravy fans out there, make some noise for your jammer.
Gallifrey, number 23, jamming for the Reservoir Dolls. Against 98 Misfit.
Both teams have very deep and talented jammers to pull from, and it is Gallifrey, fresh from blocking, and lead jammer, Reservoir Dolls.
Both teams are losing a blocker. Gallifrey goes through the pack untouched, scoring 4.
That was a great job by Reservoir Dolls to take back some of that lead jammer control. They hadn't had lead jammer in 6 jams until just this past jam with Gallifrey. Who dis? What's going on?
Well, Dizzy Izzy is jamming for Angel City.
Ooh, I love when Dizzy Izzy jams for Angel City.
Psychotic Angel's jamming for the Reservoir Dolls.
I love when she jams too. It works out so well.
And it's also a 3-3 back. Ooh, Dizzy Izzy hit out of bounds by Death Wish.
And they're off. And Death Wish is out for lead jammer.
High block called on a Emerald City blocker as Death Wish is in the pack, going through, putting 4 more points on the board.
That is none other than Mauder. Mauder really asserting himself as a fantastic and very necessary member of that Reservoir Dolls wall reinforcement team.
A great strategy there by the Reservoir Dolls, calling out the jam right as one of their blockers was released from the pack. Now, Angel City issuing an official review.
Special thanks to Sin City Skates. Over 25 combined years of on-track derby experience. SinCitySkates.com. You know, that's real talk. My truck fell off back when we used to call it regionals. It fell off during the game. And they came out like a pit crew and fixed my skate before anyone even knew what was going on. So thank you, Sin City Skates. You're always taking great care of everyone.
Yeah, well, back when they called it regionals, they didn't really skate during the jams anyway, though.
We skated on wheels made of rocks.
I thought you just stood around for 2 minutes doing nothing.
Well, we did that too. No one really liked it.
Unlike this great, fast-paced, hard-hitting action we're seeing between the Reservoir Dolls and the A-listers.
It's amazing the stamina that they have still at this point in the weekend. I mean, everyone's looking really fresh and calm and patient, as if this is the first game that anyone skated all weekend. Good attitudes, really upholding the code of conduct as laid out. Are you fans out there looking forward to the MVP versus Team USA games later today? Yeah, me too. It's going to be fun.
What about everyone paying attention on the live stream? I think I heard the computer make some noise. Yeah, I'm a bank track guy at heart, working with my Tilted Thunder Railbirds. A lot of members of the Angel City A-listers, former LA Derby Dolls junior riots. It's so great to see them in action again.
And as soon as the coaches get the rundown of the final conclusion, it looks like we do have a microphone on the floor. The referees will be keeping us posted as to what the decision they came to was. I turned it on already.
Angel City was reviewing the high block call on black blocker to see if it was going to be, if there was enough to raise it to a expulsion-worthy penalty, and there was not enough. Angel City has used their official review and does not retain it.
I did not hear a single word of that, but I guess I'm betting it was correct.
I brought my secret decoder ring. Basically, we were checking to see whether or not the high block that was committed by blocker Mauter was enough to be upgraded to expulsion level. It was not deemed as such, so it will just stand as a regular penalty.
So Lil Regs jamming up against Psychotic Angel, 68-39 in favor of the Reservoir Dolls. A-listers do have the 4-3 blocker advantage.
Both jammers trapped up on that inside line. It is Psychotic Angel out as lead jammer, Reservoir Dolls. Little Regulator not too far behind. Good half distance of track, though, for Psychotic Angel to put up more points for the Reservoir Dolls.
Everybody's moving, everybody's moving, everybody's moving really fast around the track, forcing the jammers to catch up.
This is nostalgia again for you. Runaway sprint. Blockers doing their best to protect their points, forcing the jammer call off.
No points there, 68-39, Reservoir Dolls.
Bashful Babe juking around the outside, and Gravy trying to follow on the heels, but everyone crashes down in the center. Bashful Babe taking the inside and out as lead jammer. Your Reservoir Dolls.
Gravy caught behind that front wall as Bashful Babe comes in and goes out. 5-point grand slam for the Reservoir Dolls.
Great job by Bashful Babe making sure not to knock into her own blockers who were doing real focused defensive work. Changed her own positioning to make sure not to crash into them.
Hit to the outside there by Desmanian Devil, giving Bashful Babe a lot more resistance this time.
Ooh, Bashful Babe just narrowly avoiding a punishing hit from Punky Bruiser, seeing it at the last minute.
Yeah, it was about to be a haymaker straight from the shoulder. Eight minutes and change to go in the first half. Emerald City 77, Angel City 39. A-listers 4-3 pack advantage starting up at the official timeout line. Misfit versus Deathwish.
A little love tap from Deathwish there, forcing Misfit to go all the way around. Very interesting tactic by Deathwish. All blockers fighting to catch a piece, but neither of them do.
Misfit turns on the afterburner. Remember, both jammers still trying to make their initial pass.
30 seconds burned off of this jam.
I don't want to jinx, but I think she was going for the elusive 6-point pass.
They're so mysterious. They're like unicorns.
Deathwish dodges a hit. That is finally the initial pass made for the Reservoir Dolls.
That was a heck of a screen. Psycho just almost caught a piece of Deathwish there.
Deathwish has two to beat at the front. Multiplayer block called on one of them, so they got to let her go. She gets through, calls off the jam. 2 more points at the tail end of that for Angel City. 5-point pass for Emerald. Team timeout called by Angel City.
Special thanks, Travel Lane County. Need a map of the area or suggestions for where to eat or get a brew? Visit Travel Lane County's booth in the lobby for local information. Thank you, Travel Lane County. While you're visiting that booth, they might tell you to check out the Wild Duck Cafe. Visit the Wild Duck Cafe for fresh-made sandwiches, salads, snacks, coffee, as well as your favorite beverage. Visit the Lobby Grill for traditional burgers, fries, and hot dogs. New this year, buffalo tempeh wraps and fish tacos.
The action resumes with Reservoir Dolls up 4-2 in the pack. They are sending number 13, Psychotic Angel, to the jam line against Desmanian Devil, 3-1-0 for the A-listers.
Psychotic Angel, lead jammer, Reservoir Dolls. Desmanian Devil still trapped on that initial pass, having slipped off the jammer cap.
Psychotic Angel holding the outside line like she's got lawn darts for toe stops, gets through, scores 5. Not that they know what lawn darts are.
They've been illegal longer than any of them have been alive.
Pack is off to the races. Psychotic Angel able to get past 1 or 2 of them before the jam's called off. 2, yep. 7-point jam brings up 89 to 41.
The last 6 jams have seen lead jammer held by the Reservoir Dolls.
Four pack behind them stand Psycho and Bashful Babe. Bashful Babe tiptoes her way to lead jammer status.
Psycho hop, skipping and jumping out. Really using some of those charging bull skills developed as a fierce blocker. Going double task as a jammer as well.
2 more points for Emerald City with 5 minutes to go in the first half.
Good sportspersonship being exhibited on this track today.
0-3 versus 23. Dizzy Izzy and Gallifrey.
Dizzy Izzy following the approach of a few steps back from that line, get a little bit of foot speed up. Ooh, caught a back end piece of her own skater, allowing Gallifrey to trip on through for lead jammer. And that was indeed a high block being called on Slam Shady, number 33.
Dizzy Izzy spinning around, got a no pass, no penalty. She is out and in scoring position.
I don't know how Dizzy Izzy stays upright with all of that spinning, certainly living up to the selected name.
She got absolutely mugged that jam, kept going without missing a beat. Way tougher than me. Lil Regs and Deathwish are your jammers. Angel City up 4-2 in the pack.
One player on the track is really all you need when that one player is Mauda.
Mauda, say it right, Frenchie.
Mauda, say it. And it is Lil Regulator finally working her way through as lead jammer. Angel City A-listers.
Track cut called on Lil Regulator, giving Death Wish the power jam, not lead jammer. So we're going to have a full 2-minute shootout.
Death Wish has proved to be just as potent as a non-lead jammer on the track. Huge point scorer for the Reservoir Dolls today. Running the clinic there, 5 points, grand slam. And a not so subtle yet highly effective start pass.
Number 18, Rose Hips, now the active scorer for Emerald. Picking up 4 more points. Little Regulators out of the penalty box through the pack, scoring 4 more for Angel.
Huge hit by Psycho, unfazed by the hypnotic ways of his shoulder shimmy.
Death Wish there with a clutch block, sending Little Regulator to the outside. Meanwhile, in the front of the pack, Rose Hips, the active jammer, getting knocked to the outside, has a long way back around to get back behind Psycho and Funky Bruiser.
That is a tenacious tornado of Reservoir Dolls out there, but really great job forging ahead by Little Regulator. Really just able to move that wall slowly but surely.
Less than a minute remains in the first half. Emerald City 112, Angel City 49. 0-3 Dizzy Izzy jamming for the A-listers. 13 Psychotic Angel. 4 Reservoir Dolls, who skips through the front of the pack, picks up lead.
That was a beautiful hop, skip, and a jump by Psychotic Angel. Dizzy Izzy following the path on that inside lane, wide open, making an oval into a circle and narrowing that lead by Psychotic Angel. Beautiful hip shift by Dizzy Izzy, already out. And this will be a power jam for Dizzy Izzy.
Psychotic Angel got called for a track cut right in front of the penalty box. Had a quick trip to sit down, settle her tea kettle. Now Dizzy Izzy on scoring pass number 2. Has one to beat. Gets past 113 block and roll for a 5-point grand slam.
Great crash and burn offense thrown by the 8-listers, but no match for block and roll.
Psychotic Angel back on the track, recycling back around, resuming the first scoring pass. Dizzy Izzy high stepping like a fullback for 5 more points.
That inside lane keeps being wide open for Dizzy Izzy. That one is no fool. That is the shortest distance away the track. You got to get through.
Since the lead jammer was sent to the penalty box, we're going all 2 minutes. Psychotic Angel gets through, scores 4.
Dizzy Izzy being swept from one side of the track to the other by Mufasa.
And just shellacked there by block and roll. As the whistle blows, 5 more points for Reservoir Dolls. 1 more point for Angel City. That's a 21-point jam for the A-listers. 13 points picked up by Reservoir Dolls, 125-70. And I need a halftime break to catch my breath after all that junior action.
Feels good.
My name is Rachel Rotten.
My name is Midge Wilhelm.
I'm Fifi Nomenon.
I'm Jackie Daniels.
My name's Steph Maney.
Hi, I'm Scald Eagle.
And S1.
S1, S1,
S1.
S1.
And S1 is part of my uniform.
The Arius Platinum is packed with new features. Reinforced toe section. Increased toe stop clamping power. Winged truck with split cushion design for easy assembly and installation. The new Arius Platinum, performance redefined.
Hey, this is Dan from S1 Helmets. We're in the testing lab today testing helmets to see if they pass the multiple impact certification test. We're going to be testing 3 helmets today. There's a soft foam helmet with EVA foam and a terry cloth liner. There's a hockey helmet with triple density EVA foam. The S1 Lifer helmet with EPS fusion foam. All 3 of these helmets are marketed as multiple impact helmets. We're going to test all of them today and see which ones actually pass the test. The multiple impact test is when we drop a helmet to achieve a velocity of 4.57 meters per second. This simulates a 10-mile-an-hour impact or a 4-foot drop. The same helmet is tested 3 times in the same location. The helmet must reduce the energy pulse to under 300 Gs each time. Anything over 300 Gs can result in a traumatic brain injury or a severe concussion. In summary, the soft foam helmet with EVA foam and the hockey helmet with triple density foam did not pass the multiple impact test. The S1 Lifer helmet with EPS fusion foam did pass the multiple impact test.
At Roller Derby Athletics, we take the guesswork out of off-skate training so you can focus on being fierce. We help you transform your game without a lot of time or equipment. With 5 training programs plus all-star memberships, there's an option to suit every athlete. And we train skaters worldwide with high-quality video instruction and online support. At Roller Derby Athletics, we empower you to be safe, strong, and unstoppable. Want to see for yourself? Sign up today for our free Basics Builder program.
Hi, Ivana Spankin and Trish the Dish here to tell you about Sin City Skates. Sin City Skates began in our living room in 2005 and has since grown into this 2,000 square foot warehouse and showroom where we stock everything for derby. If it's derby related, we probably have it. Need help? With a combined on-track derby experience of over 24 years and still playing, we test everything we sell and we know the difference between facts and our opinions. We're always happy to share both with you to help you make the right decisions. So call us, SinCitySkates.com.
I love teamwork when it comes naturally, and it's almost like your teammate is an extension of your own body. That anticipation, where you've worked cerebrally through strategy and skills, and suddenly you're out there in a game and it all comes naturally because you know each other. I love that.
So when I first went into Fast Girl Skates, it was like being a kid in a candy
I skate
shop.
on the Anti-Air 1 boot with Crazy Venus plates and Atom B-Rod wheels.
As I've grown as a skater, Fast Girl has also helped my skates to grow with me.
What's your favorite thing that you got at the store?
Probably my gear. I'm Double Banks and I'm a Fast Girl.
I'm Vex Factor and I'm a Fast Girl.
I'm a Salted Peanut and I'm a Fast Girl.
And I'm from Jeremiah and I'm a Fast Girl.
You can be a Fast Girl too.
Skaters, lost your mouth guard? Hit this. Time for an upgrade? Hit this. New to Derby and not sure where to start? Hit this. We are Derby owned and operated with 6 years of experience. Hit This Derby Gear can hook you up with skates, gear, and honest advice based on your skating style and individual needs. Visit us at our store in Salem, Oregon, or online at www.hitthisderbygear.com. Whether you are a new or veteran skater, before you hit the track, hit this.
Hi, I'm Trish the Dish, and this is Ivana S. Spankin, and we're here to tell you about Sin City Skates. Sin City Skates began in our Las Vegas living room in 2005, the first shop ever dedicated to roller derby, and has since grown into this 2,000 square foot mecca in San Diego, where we stock everything for our sport. Need help? With a combined on-track experience of over 24 years and still playing, we test everything we sell, and we're happy to share that experience and knowledge with you. So contact us, SinCitySkates.com.
Hi folks,
If
Skull
you have
Eagle
plans
here.
to
Have you had
attend
a chance to
tonight's
take a look at the
official
new Bob
after
Quad
party
Star
at
skate?
9
The boots are
p.m.,
ultra lightweight with
remember
no
to
breaking
wear
period,
your
and are
wristband.
great
You
for
need
skaters
that
with skinnier
to get
ankles. They also
in.
have a 100% Australian full grain leather outer and a completely heat moldable
That is going to
fiberglass
happen
base. Get that premium performance without the premium
somewhere,
price.
and it's printed
Boom.
on a paper.
Come over to the
Check
Bob
it out.
booth
Fine.
right
Here we
now
go.
and check out this rad new skate.
The 21 and up after party is going to be Amazeballs at the Wayward Lamb, 150 West Broadway, Eugene. There's also an all ages after party happening at Sizzle Pie. Talk to the hospitality table, located right by the raffle table, for more information.
A clear path through the pack almost never exists. So we fight and make our own.
Under a minute before we start the second half, Emerald City Reservoir Dolls are up 125 to the Angel City A-Listers 70. This is JRDA sanctioned gameplay.
I literally mic dropped.
You did.
It was accidental. I would never do such a thing intentionally with expensive equipment that was not my own.
Or it's not like right before the second half starts. You got to do it at the end of the
Premature
game.
mic drop is the worst kind of mic drop.
Before we start the second half, there's going to be a quick equipment check. And if you didn't hear my earlier announcement, if you're going to the 21 and over after party, wear your wristband in order to gain admission. Or there's also the all ages after party happening at Sizzle Pie. Pizza, pizza, pizza. We're going to start the second half with 13 Psychotic Angel jamming for Emerald City up against Dizzy Izzy 0-3 of Angel City. Five on five on the track. Both jammers hitting the opposing walls hard, going port to starboard. Seeing great defensive in front of them.
Psychotic Angel is out as lead jammer. At this moment, we have the top scoring jammers on the track representing both teams. Psychotic Angel having put up 51 points in that first half for the Reservoir Dolls.
And she's adding to that tally once she gets by Desmanian Devil. 5-point grand slam. Right behind her, number 03's Dizzy Izzy puts the star back on and has made the initial pass for Angel City.
Once again, the blockers are in control of the pack pace. Smart thinking by Psychotic Angel, forcing that call off. Best to conserve energy this early in the second half rather than just keep engaging in that runaway chase. Misfit wearing the star for the A-listers.
Up against, I believe that is Death Wish, seeing the 00 behind that hair. Yeah, it is. Death Wish pinch behind that bracing 3 wall, finally sees an opening, dips to the outside, picks up lead.
Slow and steady was the method of success for Death Wish. Just really bracing down and trying to move that wall with the drop shoulder, eventually pushing the blockers out of play.
Misfit gets out of the pack. Death Wish scores some points, calls it off, picks up 2, making it a 132-70. Bashful Babe versus Gravy on the jam line. 4-3 pack advantage goes to Angel City.
Bashful Babe wearing the star for the Reservoir Dolls, facing off against Good as Gravy.
Pile up there on the blockers. Gravy takes advantage. Oh, ineligible to become lead jammer because of a no pass, no penalty.
Bashful Babe checking in with coaches and deciding to call off that jam, and did so successfully before opponent Gravy had a chance to pick up any points on that pass. To borrow your parlance, we see Lil Regs wearing the star for Angel City. Checking in. We've got some fancy, funky arm gestures going on. And we're back to our regularly scheduled bout.
So as you said, Low Regular versus Psychotic Angel on the jam line. 3-3 pack stands before them, now behind them. As Low Regulator steps through the inside of turn 1, picking up a lead jammer in about the same spot. Psychotic Angel breaks free as well.
Blockers preparing to receive the incoming jammers. And Lil Regulator was successful in picking up 1 point for the A-listers.
"26 minutes remain in the game. Coming up after this on track 2 is going to be WFTDA sanctioned gameplay. Arch Rival versus Minnesota. 664 Psycho jamming for the A-listers. Next to her, 00 Death Wish.
Psycho, a real double force for the A-listers, but it is Death Wish out as lead jammer, Reservoir Dolls.
Psycho has to go back behind Slam Shady and Lethal Ivy to get into legal position. Ooh,
Lethal
flattened there.
Ivy, a real bee in the bonnet of Psycho. Ringing the bell, we're gonna check in.
I'd like to thank our EMTs for their quick response and everyone else for their patience while they tend to the down skater.
That's what we like to see. A skater rolling off all on their own.
Yeah, that looked like just an epic Charlie horse that she got there. Going to sit for at least 3 jams per the rules.
Just imagine the colors that will start coming to the surface of that individual's body in the next few days. I foresee a nebula.
A jam was called off by Emerald City. It was not ended due to the injury. So as it stands now, Emerald City Reservoir Dolls 134, Angel City A-listers 73, 25 minutes, 11 seconds remain in this game.
Now, I'm not the biggest stats nerd, but as it stands, the Reservoir Dolls have been scoring like 2-1 as to the A-listers as far as lead jammer is concerned. And I think you can really start to see the impact that that status has on the impact of the score.
Nerd.
I've been called worse.
There's nothing wrong with being a nerd. I'm a nerd.
I've answered to worse. That's the saddest part.
I answered to Murray Grande. That's about as low as you can get.
Once we're getting ready to get started again, we're going to see Gallifrey wearing the star for the Reservoir Dolls.
Coaches and captains being called into the center track. Looks like an official review was made by the quad father.
You can see we're getting that center track microwave all warmed up. Excited to get the details out to you. We're just as much at the edge of our seats as you are.
Referees are confirming. Remember, there is more juniors happening later today. There is a expo game between Emerald City and the Portland Rose Petals. Aww.
I love the Rose Petals.
That's little teeny weeny juniors, isn't it?
It's junior, as I like to call it. It's the first step in truly selling your soul to roller derby. Sure, college funds, okay, but you should really be saving for new gear.
Team Red was questioning the low block that was being issued to the red jammer at the conclusion of that last jam. There was insufficient information to assess a low block penalty on the black blocker that they think caused the red jammer to fall down in a low block. So Red uses their official review. They do not retain it.
Okay, so just to make sure for everybody that wasn't completely clear on what happened, the coaches of the A-listers were calling into question as to whether or not the hit that was initiated to drop that blocker that we saw have to leave due to injury, whether or not that was in fact a low block that created that impact. However, there was insufficient consensus to determine that being the case. Referees very conscientious to not assess penalties based solely on the impact. They really need to see the initiation in the first place.
So action is finally set to resume. 4-3 pack advantage and power jam for Emerald City. Gallifrey, number 23, is the jammer. She is out and through and picks up lead.
A-listers doing a great job of reversing through that wall to try and catch a little bit of Gallifrey. 5-point Grand Slam Reservoir Dolls.
Here she comes to pick up some more as the penalty box empties out. Gravy, the active scorer for Angel City, still caught in the back. Gallifrey is out and picking up 4 points.
Gallifrey just sort of ducked and avoided that little bit of skirmish that was created with Kaleidoscope returning to the track. But it is a star pass attempted to Zoe Destroyer, going it alone, swiveling around that fierce wall of black up front. Gallifrey facing a similar plight in the rear, eking around that outside on the toe stops. With a skater down, we are going to see the conclusion of that jam. We will let you know what is going on.
Once again, we appreciate the EMT's swift response and appreciate everyone's patience, as safety is the utmost priority.
And we are certainly wishing a very speedy and healthful recovery to much beloved skater, Punky Bruiser. And thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, friends, family, for sticking with us. We are very shortly going to be getting back to this gameplay. And I don't know about you, but I've been having a wonderful time at the Big O this weekend. We are so grateful to Emerald City for hosting us in beautiful Eugene, Oregon. Thank you all so much for being here. And if you love the Big O as much as I did, you can really show your appreciation today by sticking around for 30 minutes or so after the last game and help the production crew tear down the floor. The Big O loves you. We couldn't do it without you. Wouldn't want to either.
Big O loves you so much that they want to help you build memories that are selling tournament shirts at a discount, only $10 for the Big O t-shirts.
That'll make me holler.
All right, back to the JRDA gameplay. Reservoir Dolls for Emerald City, 148. Angel City A-listers, 73. Just under 24 minutes to go in the game. 362 Gravy jamming against Psychotic Angel.
Both jammers stuck behind a wall in the center. Psychotic Angel turning attention to a little bit of a jammer defense. Still creeping up out front, a little bit ahead, and out as lead jammer, Psychotic Angel.
Gravy's got one to beat. Oh, and there comes another Emerald City blocker out of nowhere, slowing down Angel City's initial pass. Now Reservoir Dolls scoring past Psychotic Angel, calling off the jam after picking up 2.
And we're going to see 5-on-5 taking to the track. So fresh, so clean. Hoping to keep it that way.
Death Wish jamming for Emerald City against 98 Misfit.
Death Wish trying to follow on the heels of Misfit that creeps around the outside of their own blockers. Both jammers drops to their knees and forced to go it again. Death Wish with a little bit of a footwork advantage for the moment.
Misfit gets one last caress and then finds her feet, gets lead jammer status. Death Wish being called for a penalty. Nope. There's no pass, no penalty.
No pass, no penalty. Both jammers still on the track. Death Wish creeping down the center, trying to find an answer around Slam Shady. Slam Shady certainly living up to the name.
Misfit is the lead jammer. Death Wish coming around for scoring pass number 2. Gets sent to the outside by 2000. Zoe Destroyer finally jams called off. Emerald City scores 2 there. Holding A-listers scoreless. (156-73), 21 minutes to go in the game. 0-3, Dizzy Izzy. Wearing the star for the A-listers. Bashful Babe jamming for Emerald City Reservoir Dolls.
Strong wall of red, both in the back and then racing out up front to reconvene with Bashful Babe. And yes, of course, that is Psycho. Punishing jammers, allowing for Dizzy Izzy out on the outside. Lead jammer.
Track cut called on Bashful Babe, giving Dizzy Izzy huge power jam opportunity. She has 2 to beat at the front of the pack. Gets taken down hard as a sport court by Mauda.
This is just the position that the A-listers would want to find themselves in, with top scorer for the first half, Dizzy Izzy, going unopposed and with control of the clock. Dizzy Izzy working away the outside and quickly changing direction on her toe stops to the in. Getting a free piggyback ride off the back.
That was Gallifrey giving her a little sleigh ride. Power jam is over. Penalty box is empty. 664 Psycho just digging her shoulders into the Emerald City Jammer as the whistle blew.
Dizzy Izzy doing a great job of pulling the A-listers out of a 5-jam shutdown.
Five on five lined up like little toy soldiers on the jam line. Gravy and Psychotic Angel wearing the stars.
At least I'm pretty sure the jam has started. Wow, Psychotic Angel trying again to bait the opposing jammer into a backwards foot race. Gravy unimpressed.
Just rolling her eyes.
And that is Big Regulator instructing Gravy just what to do. Psychotic Angel tiptoeing around that inside line. Confusion is a successful tactic also. That's a deep bag of tricks.
Gravy trying to push her way past that front three wall. Here comes Psychotic Angel, bashing through the Angel City wall to pick up a 5-point scoring pass.
Good control by Gravy, attempting an apex jump and reattempting, making sure not to pick up a perilous penalty when the team needs her most.
Psychotic Angel making scoring pass number 3, just shrugging off some hits. Gets through, calls it, scores 14 points. 170 to 81 in favor of the Reservoir Dolls.
Tasmanian Devil wearing the star for the A-listers.
Against 00 Death Wish. Death Wish got drawn on the track cut, so it's power jam opportunity for Tasmanian Devil, still trying to make the initial pass for the A-listers.
A-listers turning some quick attention to offense to allow the one jammer on the track, theirs, to try and work her way through.
Tasmanian Devil has to recycle back around Slam Shady. Gets back on the track, this time hit out of bounds by 76 Mally Boomer.
Reservoir Dolls have done a great job tonight of holding court on that inside line. Tasmanian Devil is out as lead jammer. That took almost 30 seconds to complete that initial pass.
Mally Boomer again with a big hit on Tasmanian Devil.
Des is going to go this one alone as Death Wish emerges from that penalty box and crashing hard through that ready to receive wall of red.
Pile up at the bottom, Apex Tasmanian Devil calls it off from her belly. They pick up 4 more points, chipping away at the Reservoir Dolls lead 170 to 85.
Dizzy Izzy wearing the star for the Angel City A-listers, charging right down that outside lane. Bashful Babe following the path, cutting inside right quick and out as lead jammer for the Reservoir Dolls.
Bashful Babe coming around, sees that brace 3-wall, hits it right in the middle. Oh, but got called for a penalty. So power jam for Dizzy Izzy.
That is going to be a forearm that sees Bashful Babe cooler wheels in the penalty box. Dizzy Izzy turning this oval into a circle in a much-needed power jam.
Emerald now with a bare bones pack, 2 skaters. Dizzy Izzy able just to juke around like it ain't no thing to score 5 points.
The best thing the Reservoir Dolls can do in a circumstance like this is do their best to stay together and stay on the track.
Power jam has come to an end. Bashful Babe resuming her scoring pass. Picks up 4 more for the Reservoir Dolls.
Dizzy Izzy creeping up that inside line and being dropped to her knees. Checking in to see how much distance there is ahead of the opposing jammer, Bashful Babe.
You can't call it the jam. There is no lead. Jammer going all 2 minutes here.
2 minutes has never felt longer than it does at this point in a game and this point in a day. Both jammers still looking super fresh and super fierce and super focused.
Forearm called on Bashful Babe. So we have another Angel City Power Jam as the whistle blows. Each team picking up 2 more points at the tail end, makes it a 17-point jam for Angel City, 6 points for the Reservoir Dolls. A-listers over the century mark.
And when you put a jammer like Dizzy Izzy out there, Dizzy Izzy seems to be the closer today for the A-listers, putting up the most points in any one jam throughout the day today.
Gravy's going to have the power start behind a 4-4 pack. Angel City trapping that goat in the pack, helping Gravy extend out the legal engagement zone.
Again, I'm really enjoying a lot of these Derby historical references. We've got some good old school goating. It's a great way of keeping control of the speed so that your own jammer really doesn't need to be engaged in a runaway chase.
Power jam is over. Bashful Babe back on the track, and Gravy has one to beat. Psychotic Angel all over her like stink on a wrist guard. Gravy finally sees some daylight and picks up a lead jammer.
Huge, huge defense coming from the Reservoir Dolls. That took 50 seconds and a complete power jam burn for Gravy to finally work her way through on the initial pass.
Angel City losing a blocker. Bashful Babe finally gets through, and so does Gravy on a scoring pass. 4 unanswered points for the A-listers. Official timeout being called. This official timeout brought to you by $10 Big O t-shirts, available right over there.
It's a deal, it's a steal. You can be super fashionable. You can make all your friends that couldn't be here this weekend envious.
Ha ha, everyone watching the stream.
And do not forget that if you are hoping to attend this evening's after party, all ages at the Sizzle Pie and 21 and over for the Wayward Lamb, you need your wristband to get into the after party. If you have been a participant of the Big O, do not cut off your souvenir bracelet. You will need it this evening. And of course, also to rub it in all of your friends' faces that you were here and they were not. Angel City's got their mojo working for them in the stands. I hear you out there, A-lister fans. Or at least I did, like a couple minutes ago.
Way to ruin the moment, Layla.
Oh, always late to the
You're
party.
such a ruiner. If Angel City went to ECDX, would they be chanting soda soda?
Yeah. Is that what they're yelling? Soda, soda, soda. We've got some jazz hand-tastic cheers going on by the Reservoir Dolls.
I wanted to comment, but I knew I would just sound really, really old. Official timeout coming to an end. We still have 11 and a half minutes to go in this game. Emerald City 176, Angel City 106. I know I'm a lot prettier than I am smart, but I think that's a 70-point differential.
Misfit playing a little bit of defense off the line, trying to corral Deathwish behind the wall of defense, but it is Deathwish out. Lead jammer, Reservoir Dolls.
Misfit taken out by a illegal hit, so
Deathwish taking that inside lane, picking up all those points, easy breezy, lemon squeezy, calling off the jam. Those were the first points put up by the Reservoir Dolls in about 4 jams.
3-3 pack. On the jam line is Gallifrey and 0-3.
Gallifrey, like a little black comet, didn't even see that on the inside line. Lead jammer.
Dizzy Izzy holding on to the outside line. I don't know how she did it. Finally getting through, making the initial pass for the A-listers. Here comes Gallifrey. Gonna play a little bit of Red Rover, busting through the center of that pack. Calling it off at the very last second because Tai is on her side. Yes, it is.
And a split second too late, I might add, as we just saw Dizzy Izzy grab 4 points in that quick little jump over the inside.
Reservoir Dolls calling the official review. I'd like to thank our sponsor, Flat Mat Yoga. If you go to flatmatyoga.com, you can get 16% off any of their online deals this weekend by using the code BIGO16. That is flatmatyoga.com. I just recently found one of their ankle exercises on YouTube, which has helped my gimpy stub.
From gimp to superstar, all thanks to Flat Mat Yoga. True story. The innovator behind Flat Mat Yoga.
Team Black
she and I
was
skated together in our
challenging the
first
awarding
leagues
of
back
4
east.
points on the last jam to Team Red.
Crazy
An apex
that
jump
I am
was
from back
performed,
east. I know it's a
and
huge
that
shock
landed
to everyone
before
listening.
that fourth whistle sounded. The points will stand.
All right, we had some calling into question of whether or not the point assessments were accurate, and head ref has assessed that they indeed are.
9 minutes, 52 seconds remain in this game. Emerald City Reservoir Dolls 184, Angel City A-Listers 110. There are still tickets available for Victorian Roller Derby's boot camp, which is happening tomorrow. For more information, check out the Facebook event page for the Victorian boot camp and get your passes through brownpapertickets.com.
What an awesome opportunity to train with some of the most world-renowned skaters at the moment.
Victoria, I do believe, going undefeated here this weekend.
Lil Regs wearing the star for the A-listers, facing off against Psychotic Angel for the Reservoir Dolls.
Psychotic Angel taking the inside by Desmanian Devil has a long trip back to go to re-enter the pack. And Lil Regulator sees some daylight. Lead jammer Angel City right behind her by a nose. Psychotic Angel breaks away from the pack as well.
Psychotic Angel caught a little piece of that jet stream, eking up that inside line on Low Regulator's heels. 3 points picked up by Lil Regulator for the Angel City A-listers.
Zero 3, Dizzy Izzy wearing Angel City star. 00 Death Wish jamming for the Reservoir Dolls.
Both jammers testing the vulnerabilities of the outside walls, but holding firm. It is Death Wish that sees a crevice of light out. Lead jammer Death Wish.
Got a little parting shot there from Monkey Mess. Dizzy Izzy takes off the helmet cover, trying to sneak her way through. Death Wish hurdling over Angel City Skater, gets through, scores 5.
Destroya is going to go and serve 30 seconds for a low block penalty. Not the most advantageous position for Dizzy Izzy, currently holding the star, and it is a track cut penalty.
Nine-point jam for Emerald City. That puts them to an 80-point lead, 193 to 113, 7.5 minutes to go in the game.
This next jam will see Gallifrey going unopposed at the jammer line.
And with a blocker advantage, 4-on-3.
Beautiful rock and stream offense by Mauda. Tuchis over Tea Kettle, and we have a lead jammer status to Reservoir Dolls.
Just as quick as you can spit. Emerald City's coming around back end scoring position. Got a no pass, no penalty. 4 more points for the Reservoir Dolls. Power jam is over. Dizzy Izzy back on the track, spinning around, living up to her name, making the initial pass for the A-listers.
Reservoir Dolls turning their attention to fierce blocker Psycho, trying to set a little pick, but that jam is called dead.
Get Notorious Gear Deodorant by Notorious RED. Smell clean, even if you play dirty.
Misfit wears the star for the A-listers, while Psychotic Angel is already out. Lead jammer, Reservoir Dolls.
Just stomping through that inside line, picking up lead. There is Misfit making her initial pass. Psychotic Angel going through untouched like she's strolling through the park, putting Emerald City over the double century mark, 202. Angel City still has 113.
Double Danger Psycho wearing the star for A-listers, giving Deathwish a little taste of the what for while working around the track. Lead jammer Psycho.
Whole lot of whistling happening back where the pack is. Thought I saw someone get called a multiplayer block, but I also definitely see Psycho going through, scoring 4, calling it off.
That was incredible timing by Psycho. Knew exactly how much speed she had coming in, calling the jam as the hips were passing, knowing that Deathwish was hot on her heels. That was really perfectly timed.
Gallifrey versus Dizzy Izzy on the jam line. Reservoir Dolls 4-3 pack advantage.
Gallifrey finding a breach right through that center of the wall off the line and getting lead jammer.
Track cut called on an Angel City blocker, diminishing their pack even more. That's how Gallifrey jukes and jives and puts up 5.
We do see Dizzy Izzy heading to the penalty box. Gallifrey will go unopposed with a pretty sturdy blocker advantage as well.
Emerald City's got the guns and the numbers. Here comes Gallifrey scoring pass number 3, and there she goes with another 5-point pass.
Once again, with such a blocker disadvantage, the A-listers really are best served to just do their best to stay together and stay on the track.
Calls off the jam after getting through for a 4th time. 20-point jam for Emerald City. Oh, my Lord.
Biggest jam of this second half, and that was earned by Gallifrey.
It's just really short. Gallifrey, I think it's from that British version of Bill and Ted.
Yeah. Is it? Thank you for keeping it in terms I understand.
Doctor Who fans hate it when you call it that, which is why I always do. Yeah. Timeout comes to an end. Power Jam resumes. Number 13, Psychotic Angel, only star bearer on the track. Full contingent of blockers glaring back at her.
This looks like a gang battle we're about to have. Fantastic fan defense by the Reservoir Dolls. Trusting Psychotic Angel to go it alone, get lead jammer Ain't No Thing, and also make it as hard as possible on Dizzy Izzy to return to the track.
Psychotic Angel stomping through the back. Nobody touches her as she scores 5. Angel City now has the blocker advantage. Dizzy Izzy sits down for a second, gets right back up.
Nice pick set by Desmanian Devil.
Back block is called on Psychotic Angel. So now Dizzy Izzy has the power jam.
Dizzy Izzy catching a little unintentional love bump from fellow teammate. However, it is not enough to throw off course.
4-2 pack advantage this time for Angel City. Dizzy Izzy gets through easily for 5.
That was a beautiful swarming of A-listers just blanketing the opponents. They were unable to even touch Dizzy Izzy on that pass. Worked so well, let's try it one more time. What do you say?
Well, they got a tiny piece of her on that pass. Power jam is over. Psychotic Angel back on the track, putting up 4 points.
Psychotic Angel just skipping right along that inside, unfazed. 4 more points, Reservoir Dolls.
Dizzy Izzy fighting for that pass. 4 points for Angel City. Remember, we're going to have the 2-minute shootout. There is another pass by Emerald City. Big numbers, both teams. 17 points for Reservoir Dolls. 14 points for the A-listers. Makes it 239 to 131. We got time for one more jam, Big O.
If you're here for your Reservoir Dolls or your A-listers, that's right, there is but a minute left or so of gameplay, so save nothing back. If you've been saving your voice all this weekend, let's leave it behind on the track right now.
Death with jamming up against Gravy. 4-3 pack advantage, Emerald City.
Both jammers going in alone. A symphony of whistles we're waiting to hear. It is going to be Death Wish with a back block. Waved off, however, though, all the way around.
She went past the point of no return, has that big lap to sit on the penalty bench, extending out the power jam, giving Gravy a huge opportunity here. Now Angel City bashing the Emerald blockers, and fancy footwork there by Gravy for a 5-point pass.
Fantastic conducting of her orchestra of skaters out there, letting her know exactly when to go slam crashing into that offense, anticipating those hits and just jumping on over them.
That time keeping the wheels on the court, showing some fancy footwork, scoring 5 more points, 10 all together. Gravy coming back around again, hitting that 3-wall.
Both jammers back on the track. And we're going to see Gravy calling off that jam. We have an unofficial final score as of right now of 239 Reservoir Dolls to the 142 A-listers.
Angel City putting up a great fight at the very end, picking up 11 points.
I gotta say, I don't know how any of those jammers stayed so fresh looking. The pickup speed, even till the last jam, was unbelievable.
Sportsmanship. We're still adding up all the numbers, but since we're behind a little bit, I will say give it up for the Emerald City Reservoir Dolls.